Jack Mitchell floated in darkness. Somewhere far away, he heard voices. They sounded worried. Machines beeped around him. His body felt strange, lighter but also stronger. Heart rate stabilizing. Brain activity normal. A woman's voice said, "I think he's waking up." Jack tried to open his eyes. They felt heavy at first, then suddenly light. Too light. The room came into focus with shocking clarity. He could see dust particles floating in the air. He could count the threads in the surgical masks worn by the people standing over him. "Captain Mitchell, can you hear me?" the woman asked. She had brown hair pulled back in a tight bun and wore a white lab coat. The name tag read, Dr. Olivia Clark. "Yes," Jack said. His own voice sounded different to him. Clearer. "Where am I?" "You're in a secure facility under the Rocky Mountains," Dr. Clark said. "Do you remember what happened?" Jack tried to think. Images flashed through his mind with perfect clarity. The diplomatic mission. The explosion. Pain. Darkness. "There was an attack," he said. "I was protecting the ambassador. Something exploded." Dr. Clark nodded. "That was 3 months ago, Captain. You were badly injured, nearly dead when they found you." Jack tried to sit up. His body responded instantly, too fast. He found himself upright before he even finished the thought of moving. "Careful," Dr. Clark said. "You need to adjust to your new capabilities." New capabilities. Jack looked down at his body. It looked like his body, but also different. His muscles were more defined. There were thin, barely visible lines under his skin that glowed faintly blue. "Do you remember signing the consent forms for Project Titan?" Dr. Clark asked. "Before your mission, you agreed that if you were critically injured, we could use experimental procedures to save you." Jack nodded slowly. He remembered. It had seemed like a distant possibility then. The door to the room opened, and a tall man in a military uniform walked in. His gray hair was cut short, and stars on his shoulders marked him as a general. "General Frank Donovan," the man said. "Good to see you awake, Mitchell. How do you feel?" "Different," Jack said. "Stronger. I can see things I shouldn't be able to see, hear things I shouldn't be able to hear." General Donovan looked at Dr. Clark. "Tell him." Dr. Clark took a deep breath. "Captain Mitchell, you're the first successful subject of Project Titan. We've enhanced your body with nanotechnology and genetic modifications. Your strength is 5 times that of a normal human. Your reaction speed is 3 times faster. Your senses are enhanced. Your brain can process information at superhuman speeds." Jack stared at his hands. They looked normal, but when he focused, he could see the network of enhancements under his skin. "Why?" he asked. "Why go to all this trouble for one soldier?" General Donovan's face grew serious. "Because we need you, Mitchell. While you were being transformed, Earth received a message from something calling itself the Galactic Council. Turns out we're not alone in the universe, and our new neighbors don't like us very much." "What does that mean?" Jack asked. "It means they've given us an ultimatum. Disarm completely, get rid of all our military forces, or face extinction. They're giving us 1 week to comply." "And if we don't?" Jack asked, already knowing the answer. "Then they claim they'll wipe humanity from the galaxy," General Donovan said. "They say we're too violent, too unpredictable to join their galactic community." Jack stood up, surprised at how easily his body responded. It felt like he was wearing a perfectly fitted suit of armor that moved with his thoughts. "So I'm what? Earth's secret weapon?" Dr. Clark looked at him with serious eyes. "You're the first of what we hoped would be many, but we ran out of time. The other test subjects didn't survive the process. You're all we have, Captain Mitchell. Earth's ultimate soldier," General Donovan said. "And right now, you might be humanity's only hope against extinction." Jack looked out the window at the mountain landscape. Somewhere up there, beyond the blue sky, an alien force was preparing to judge his entire species. They thought humans were too dangerous to live. Maybe it was time to show them why. Jack Mitchell stood in the back of the meeting room, dressed in a simple black uniform like the other security officers. No one looking at him would guess he was anything special. That was the point. 3 days of training had taught him to control his new abilities, to move at normal human speed when others were watching. The space station orbiting Mars was neutral ground, built in just 5 days by the Galactic Council as a meeting place. Ambassador Susan Rivera led the Earth delegation, a team of 12 diplomats chosen to represent humanity. Jack was there as their hidden weapon, a last resort if things went wrong. Remember, General Donovan had told him before they left Earth, "Don't reveal what you can do unless there's no other choice. You're our ace in the hole." The door at the far end of the room slid open. 3 aliens entered, each different from the others. One looked like a giant insect with 4 arms and compound eyes. Another seemed almost human but was tall and thin with blue skin that glowed softly. The third was covered in scales, with a face that reminded Jack of the lizards he had seen as a child. "I am Exocrit of the Krell," the insect-like alien said, its mouthparts moving strangely as English words came out. "This is Elora of the Voidborn, and Commander Severax of the Drakari. We speak for the Galactic Council." Ambassador Rivera stepped forward. "I am Susan Rivera, representing the United Earth Government. We come seeking peaceful dialogue." Severax, the lizard-like alien, made a sound like a laugh. "Peace. Your species knows nothing of peace. We have watched your wars, your conflicts. For thousands of years, we expected you to destroy yourselves. Most species like yours do. We have grown beyond many of our past mistakes," Rivera said. "Humanity has much to offer the galaxy. You offer nothing but chaos," Elora said, her voice musical but cold. "Your art is primitive. Your science is basic. Your only unique trait is your capacity for violence." Jack stood silently, but his enhanced senses were working overtime. He could smell chemicals coming from the aliens, pheromones that his new brain identified as hostile. Their heart rates were increasing. The scaled one, Severax, was releasing hormones associated with aggression. "We ask for time," Ambassador Rivera said. "Time to prove ourselves worthy of joining your community." "The decision is made," Severax said. "Your species is an anomaly that threatens galactic stability. You will be processed and studied. The few who survive will serve as specimens in our biological reserves." The alien pressed something on his wrist. 6 armed guards entered the room, carrying weapons that hummed with energy. "Take them," Severax ordered. Jack's enhanced mind calculated outcomes in a split second. The diplomats would die, or worse if captured. The guards were moving to block the exits. There was no time for debate. He moved. To the humans and aliens in the room, Jack seemed to blur. One moment he was standing against the wall. The next he was across the room. 2 guards fell before they could raise their weapons. A third fired, but Jack was already gone, appearing behind the alien and striking a precise blow that dropped it unconscious. "What is this?" Severax hissed, backing away. Jack didn't answer. He was focused on the task: protect the Earth delegation. 3 more guards fell in quick succession. None of their shots came close to hitting him. His enhanced reflexes let him see the energy bolts moving through the air, giving him plenty of time to dodge. As the last guard fell, Jack noticed a computer terminal. Acting on instinct, he placed his hand on it. The nanotechnology in his body connected with the alien system. Data flowed into him: star maps, species information, defensive capabilities, ship locations. He absorbed it all in seconds. "Get to the shuttle," he told Ambassador Rivera. "I'll hold them here." Rivera nodded, leading the shocked diplomats toward the exit. Jack turned to face the 3 council representatives, who were now backing away in fear. "Impossible," Hexcrit chittered. "No level 3 species could produce such a being." Jack smiled. "Maybe you don't know humans as well as you thought. Ambassador Rivera called from the doorway. "Mitchell, we need to go." Jack gave the aliens one last look. "This isn't over," he said, then turned and ran, moving at just above human speed to stay with the diplomats. Behind them, alarms began to sound throughout the station. Jack sat in a room filled with screens, military leaders, and scientists. His mind processed the alien data he had stolen much faster than the computers could. The information projected onto the main screen changed as he thought about different parts of what he had learned. "The Council has ruled the galaxy for over 10,000 years, Jack explained. They have more than 50 member species spread across 200 star systems. General Donovan frowned. "That's bad news. How can we fight an enemy that big?" "We can because they're not as strong as they want us to believe," Jack said. "They haven't fought a real war in over 2,000 years. Their weapons are advanced, but their tactics are simple. They expect enemies to surrender once they see the Council's power." Dr. Clark pointed at one of the screens showing alien biology. "Their weapons are designed to target known species. Many of their bioweapons won't work on humans because our biology is different." A woman Jack hadn't met before spoke up. She wore a military uniform with lieutenant bars. "So we use their expectations against them. They think we'll give up easily because that's what other species do." "Exactly, Lieutenant." Jack paused, realizing he didn't know her name. "Allison Harper," she said with a small smile. "I specialize in tactical analysis." Jack nodded, liking her straightforward thinking. "Lieutenant Harper is right. The Council expects us to fight conventionally, to use tactics they understand. We won't." Over the next few days, Earth prepared for war. Nations that had been enemies for generations now worked together. Factories that once made cars now built weapons and ships. The stolen alien data helped Earth scientists develop new technology much faster than they could have on their own. Jack spent most of his time with Dr. Clark, who kept adjusting his enhancements to make them work better. The changes were painful, but Jack didn't complain. Every improvement made him better able to protect Earth. "Your body is accepting the changes much better than we expected," Dr. Clark said, as she checked his vital signs. "The nanomachines are fully integrated with your nervous system now." "What does that mean?" Jack asked. "It means you're even faster and stronger than before," she said. "But don't forget you're still human, Jack. Your compassion, your ability to care about others. That's what makes you more than just a weapon." Jack spent his free time with Lieutenant Harper. She treated him normally, not like the super soldier everyone else saw. They talked about their lives before the aliens came, about the places they had visited, and the things they had hoped to do someday. "Do you think we have a chance?" Allison asked him one night as they looked at the stars from a viewing platform. "Yes," Jack said simply. "Humans don't give up. The Council has never faced that before." A week after their return from the Mars meeting, Earth's defense systems came online. Satellites with new weapons moved into orbit. Early warning systems watched for alien ships. The deadline the Council had given was about to expire. "Something's coming," a technician called out in the control room where Jack and Allison were reviewing defense plans. "Single ship, approaching from the outer system." Jack sat in the pilot's seat of Earth's newest ship. The vessel had been built in just 6 days using the alien technology he had stolen. Its smooth controls connected directly to Jack's enhanced nervous system. When he thought about moving the ship, it moved. The ship felt like part of his body. "Scout ship is changing course," Allison reported from her station on the command deck. "They've spotted us." General Donovan's voice came through the communication system. "Remember the plan, Mitchell. Let them think they have the advantage." Jack nodded, though no one could see him inside the pilot chamber. "Understood," playing weak and scared. He guided the ship, named Defiance by his crew, toward the alien scout. The alien vessel was 3 times larger than the human ship. Its hull glowed with energy weapons charging up. "They're sending a message," Allison said. "Audio only." The insect-like voice of a Krell filled the ship. "Human vessel, This is Captain Execret of the Council Enforcement Fleet. Your species has failed to comply with disarmament orders. Surrender now or be destroyed." Jack smiled to himself. It was the same Krill who had been at the Mars meeting. "This is Earth Ship Defiance. We are a peaceful research vessel. Please don't harm us." "Deception is useless," Execret replied. "Our scans detect weapons on your vessel. You will power down and prepare for boarding." Jack looked at the tactical display. 5 more alien ships had appeared from behind Earth's moon. The scout had never been alone. This was a trap. "They planned this well," Jack said to Allison. "But so did we." He pressed a button, sending a signal to Earth's defense network. Satellites that had appeared dormant suddenly activated, targeting the alien vessels. "Now," Jack said, "we show them what humans can do." He pushed his mind into the ship's systems. The Defiance responded instantly, moving faster than any normal human could pilot it. The alien ships fired energy beams that lit up space, but none could hit the rapidly moving Earth vessel. Jack fired the Defiance's main weapon, a modified version of the alien's own technology. The beam struck the nearest enemy ship, cutting through its shields like they weren't there. "Direct hit," Allison called out, excitement in her voice. Their shields didn't stop it. "They expected us to copy their technology exactly," Jack explained as he maneuvered the ship in a tight turn no alien would attempt. "We modified it instead, made it better." The space around Earth became a battlefield of light and energy. The alien ships were more powerful, but they fought like they always had, using tactics designed for enemies who thought like them. Jack didn't fight like an alien. He fought like a human, unpredictable, willing to take risks, and absolutely determined to win. "Their flagship is targeting our defense satellites," Allison warned. Jack smiled. "That's what we wanted." As the alien flagship focused its weapons on Earth's satellites, the Defiance swung around behind it. Jack pushed the ship's engines beyond their safe limits, closing the distance in seconds. The alien vessel had no time to react. "Firing main weapon," Jack said calmly. The energy beam struck the alien flagship's engine section. Secondary explosions rippled along its hull as systems failed, cascading through the ship. The massive vessel went dark, drifting powerless in orbit. The remaining alien ships began to retreat, moving back toward the safety of the outer solar system. "We did it," Allison said, her voice filled with disbelief. "We actually beat them." "This battle," Jack corrected her. "We won this battle. The war is just beginning." "Defiance, return to base," General Donovan ordered. "And well done, Mitchell. You've just given humanity its first victory against the Council." As Jack guided the ship back to Earth, he knew this success would come with a cost. The Council wouldn't take this defeat lightly. They would send more ships, more soldiers. But for now, Earth had proven something important. Humans could fight back. And with Jack Mitchell leading the defense, they had a chance to win. "Execret's ship is disabled but intact," Allison reported. "Should we capture him?" Jack nodded. "Yes, he might have information we can use." And as Earth celebrated its first victory against the stars, Jack Mitchell prepared for the much harder battles to come. Jack stood before Earth's military leaders in the underground command center. The captured alien commander, Execret, had revealed valuable information during questioning. A huge council fleet was gathering, with thousands of ships from dozens of species. "We can't win a direct fight against that many ships," Jack said. "But we don't need to. The Council isn't as united as they want us to believe." He brought up a display showing relationships between the different alien species. "These 3 species hate each other. These 4 are fighting over mining rights. And many of the newer Council members are basically slaves to the founding species." "What are you suggesting?" General Donovan asked. "We split them apart," Jack said. "Make them fight each other instead of us." Allison stepped forward. "The Voidborn are hosting a major council gathering next week. All the important leaders will be there." If we could somehow get a message to all Council species at once. Jack nodded. Not just a message. The truth. Crick told us the Council has destroyed 17 other civilizations in the past 1,000 years. Species that were developing too quickly or showed too much independence. A stealth mission, General Donovan said slowly. Get in. Broadcast the truth. Get out. I'll go, Jack said. My enhancements will let me move through their security. I can get in and out before they know what happened. Not alone. Allison said firmly. You'll need backup. I volunteer. 2 days later, Jack, Allison, and 6 elite soldiers launched in a small ship disguised with alien technology. They traveled faster than any Earth ship had gone before, reaching the Voidborn homeworld in just 3 days. Amazing, Allison whispered as they approached the planet. It glowed with blue light, surrounded by beautiful ring structures. Stay focused, Jack reminded her. Behind all that beauty is a species that wants to wipe out humanity. Their ship landed in a remote area, using fake identification codes stolen from Exocrit. Jack led the team toward the capital city, where the council gathering was taking place. Jack's enhanced senses allowed him to detect alien security systems before they triggered. His body moved with perfect control, avoiding motion sensors and heat detectors. The team followed his exact movements, staying in his safe path. The main communication hub should be through here, Jack whispered, pointing to a large dome-shaped building. Once inside, we can broadcast to all council worlds at once. As they moved through the alien city, Jack discovered something he hadn't expected. The Voidborn kept detailed records of their history, including the cleansing of other species. On a secure terminal, he found files documenting the complete destruction of civilizations that had posed no real threat. They're not targeting us because we're violent, Jack said as he downloaded the files. They're afraid of any species that might one day challenge them. We need to show everyone these files, Allison said. The team reached the communication hub during a major council speech. Security was focused on protecting the speakers, giving Jack's team the opening they needed. Upload the files to the broadcast system, Jack ordered. Set it to transmit on all frequencies. As the team worked, alarms suddenly sounded. We've been detected, one of the soldiers called out. Keep working, Jack said. I'll hold them off. A group of Drakari security forces rushed into the room, weapons ready. Jack moved faster than they could see, disarming 3 guards before they could fire a single shot. The 4th got off a blast that Jack barely dodged. Jack, Allison shouted. He turned to see her push another soldier out of the way. Taking a shot meant for him, the energy blast hit her in the shoulder, sending her crashing to the floor. Broadcast complete, one of the human soldiers announced. It's going out to every council world. Jack rushed to Allison's side. She was alive but badly wounded. Mission accomplished, she said weakly. Now get us out of here. Jack lifted her gently. Everyone, back to the ship. Now. As they fought their way out of the building, chaos erupted across the city. Council members were already receiving the broadcast, seeing the truth about their leaders for the first time. Arguments broke out. Some species immediately turned on others. The council was breaking apart exactly as Jack had planned. But as he carried Allison's wounded body through the alien city, dodging enemy fire, he wondered if the cost had been too high. Jack sat beside Allison's hospital bed. 2 weeks had passed since their mission to the Voidborn homeworld. The council was in chaos, with many species rebelling against their former masters. But the most powerful members, the founding species, had united against both humans and the rebels. You should be out there, Allison said weakly. Her shoulder was healing, but slowly. Not sitting here watching me sleep. I needed to see you, Jack said, before the next mission. Allison's eyes narrowed. What next mission? Before Jack could answer, General Donovan entered the room. Mitchell, we have a problem. A big one. Jack followed the general to the command center. Dr. Clark was there, looking worried as she pointed to a star map. Our deep space monitors detected unusual energy readings, Dr. Clark explained. The Council founders have activated something old and powerful, something even most Council members didn't know existed. The display showed a massive space station moving slowly toward Earth's solar system. What is it? Jack asked. A super weapon, General Donovan said grimly. According to our analysis, it can cause stars to go supernova. Jack felt cold inside. They're going to destroy our sun. Dr. Clark nodded. Not just to kill us, but to send a message to any species thinking about rebelling. This is their way of ending all resistance at once. Can we stop it? Jack asked. Not from outside, Dr. Clark said. Its shields are too strong for any weapon we have, but there might be a way to shut it down from inside. The station's quantum resonance field has to be calibrated precisely. If someone could get inside and disrupt the calibration. I'll go, Jack said immediately. General Donovan looked grim. It's a one-way trip, Mitchell. Even with your enhancements, the odds of getting out alive are practically zero. I know, Jack said, but there's no other choice. Dr. Clark took Jack to her lab. I've been working on some final upgrades to your systems, she said. They'll push your abilities beyond safe limits. Your body will burn through energy faster than it can be replaced. Eventually, your systems will fail. How long will I have? Jack asked. A few hours at most, she answered. But you'll be faster and stronger than ever before. While Dr. Clark prepared the upgrades, Jack went to see Allison one more time. He found her trying to get out of bed. What are you doing? He asked. Coming with you, she said. I heard about the super weapon. Jack gently pushed her back onto the bed. Not this time. You need to heal. Their eyes met, and many unspoken feelings passed between them. I need to tell you something, Allison said, in case you don't. Jack put a finger to her lips. I'll come back, I promise. They both knew it was likely a lie, but neither said so. 24 hours later, Jack piloted a small, stolen council ship toward the massive weapon platform. His body hummed with new power from Dr. Clark's final upgrades. In his mind was a simple antimatter device, Earth's last-ditch weapon. The super weapon was enormous, bigger than anything humans had ever built. Jack's stolen ship transmitted fake codes, allowing him to dock without raising alarms. Inside, Jack moved faster than any normal being could see. His enhanced senses detected guards before they knew he was there. When fighting couldn't be avoided, he struck with perfect precision, incapacitating rather than killing when possible. Level by level, he fought his way deeper into the station. His body was already showing signs of strain. His vision occasionally blurred, and pain flashed through his muscles. But he pushed forward. Finally, he reached the central control room. Inside waited Commander Sevrax, the Drakari who had threatened Earth at their first meeting. The human weapon, Sevrax hissed, drawing a ceremonial blade. I've been waiting for you. Your super weapon won't fire, Jack said. Not today. Not ever. Sevrax laughed. You're too late. The targeting is complete. Earth's sun will die, and your species with it. Jack's enhanced body tensed for the final confrontation. His systems were beginning to fail, but he had enough left for one last fight. We'll see about that, Jack said, and launched himself at the alien commander. Jack and Sevrax circled each other in the control room of the superweapon. The alien commander was faster than any opponent Jack had faced before. His ceremonial blade glowed with energy that could cut through Jack's enhanced body. Your species is a mistake, Sevrax hissed. The galaxy was peaceful before humans started to reach for the stars. Jack dodged a strike that would have taken his head off. Peaceful for you, maybe. Not for the 17 species your council destroyed. His body was failing. Warning signals flashed in his enhanced vision. Pain shot through his limbs. But Jack fought on, pushing himself beyond what should have been possible. Sevrax lunged again. This time, Jack couldn't move quite fast enough. The energy blade cut across his chest, burning through his armor. Jack fell to one knee, gasping. "You fought well, human," Severax said, raising his blade for the final blow. "But it was always going to end this way." Jack looked up at the alien, then smiled. Not quite. With his last burst of strength, Jack lunged forward under the blade. He grabbed Severax by the throat and slammed him against the control panel. The alien's blade clattered to the floor. "It's over," Jack said. Severax laughed through Jack's grip. "Too late. The weapon is already locked on your son. In 10 minutes, Earth will be nothing but dust." Jack released the alien and staggered to the controls. His enhanced brain worked quickly, trying to understand the alien technology. He could stop the weapon, but not with enough time to escape. Jack reached for the antimatter device he'd brought. One explosion would destroy the entire station, but as his hand touched the device, he hesitated. "No," he said softly. "There's a better way." Instead of setting the device, Jack began reprogramming the superweapon. His fingers flew over the alien controls as his enhanced mind made connections no normal human could. "What are you doing?" Severax demanded, rising to his feet. "Changing the target," Jack said, "to empty space at the center of the galaxy, far from any inhabited worlds." "Why?" Severax asked, confused. "You could destroy our homeworlds. Take revenge." Jack shook his head. "That's what you would do. That's why you fear us. But humans aren't what you think we are." Jack finished the reprogramming, then activated the station's communication system. His message would go to every world in the galaxy. "This is Jack Mitchell of Earth," he began. "The Council leaders have lied to you. They've destroyed peaceful civilizations to maintain their power. Today, they tried to destroy Earth by making our sun explode." Jack paused, feeling his systems continuing to fail. "I've redirected their weapon to empty space. Watch the center of the galaxy. You'll see its power. Know that humans could have used this power against the Council worlds, but chose not to. We don't want war. We don't want revenge. We only want the right to exist." He ended the transmission and collapsed into a chair. The superweapon fired, sending a beam of energy toward the empty center of the galaxy. In the distance, a flash of light brighter than 1,000 suns appeared as the target area erupted. Jack's vision began to dim. His enhanced body was shutting down. He had minutes left, at most. "Worth it," he whispered. "Earth is safe." As darkness crept in, Jack thought of home, of Earth's blue skies and green forests, of Allison's smile. He had no regrets. Then, suddenly, new sounds. A ship docking, running footsteps, the door to the control room bursting open. "Jack." It was Allison's voice. Impossible. Jack forced his eyes open. Allison stood there, with Dr. Clark and a team of soldiers behind her. "How?" he asked weakly. "Did you really think I'd let you go alone?" Allison said, kneeling beside him. "We followed in a stealth ship. Dr. Clark thinks she can save you." The doctor was already working, connecting devices to Jack's failing systems. "Hold on, Mitchell. Just hold on." 1 year later, Jack stood at a window on the newly built Galactic Embassy on Earth. His body was different now. Many of his enhancements were gone, burned out during his final mission. He was still stronger and faster than a normal human, but nowhere near what he had been. It was enough. Behind him, representatives from 24 former Council species mingled with humans. The new Galactic Alliance was young but growing. Earth was no longer alone among the stars. Allison joined him at the window, taking his hand. "Penny for your thoughts, hero." Jack smiled. "Just thinking about how wrong the Council was about humans. They thought our unpredictability made us dangerous." "And?" Allison asked. "And they were right," Jack said. "But they never understood that the same quality makes us kind, makes us choose peace when we could have revenge, makes us reach out a hand instead of making a fist."